Good evening, my name is illustrious disciple of an angel, that's an authoritative angel, Neil Leslie Gilbert Williams-JACKSNE, and I'm messaging today on this post about the report of black child or children being stopped in London and searched, and also about weapons themselves, about the perhaps a policy about tagging existing weapons and making weapons with tags, which I'll explain. Today is Monday, the 19th day of the month of August, and it's year AM 7532, and the time now is 1840 hours, also known as AD 2024. Yes, as I was introducing the message, nature of this message, I was just viewing the news, both on the ITV London news and the BBC London news, effectively the evening news in on the channels in London. And I decided today to lower the volume and use read the subtitles on the television. It's I find that more literate and easier to process at this time due to psychosis and mental health. It's better, I think. So I thought that, well, you know, a few months ago or weeks ago, on other reports in the news, the parents and the community leaders were asking for action from the government or police or whoever it is to lower and to prevent children, our children, it was put, from being stabbed and killed, especially in London. So I thought, well, you know, I've sat in a meeting in Croydon under the Croydon Communities Consortium, where the Croydon Commissioner, I cannot remember his name, I should have researched before, but it was just at the spare of this moment that I decided to incorporate the attendee, the guest speaker of the meeting, who said that when questioned about the stop and search, that I asked the question, is it successful? Do they find weapons? Yes, yes. So effectively, I strategically asked the question as the attendees of the meeting, who were there to obtain answers and information exchange in a friendly meeting, which was documented, that the children, their children are being targeted. And I thought, well, the reality is that the same people are asking for prevention of knife crimes and deaths among our young and generally. So I thought, well, shouldn't surely stop and search is preventative and is a success, as the commissioner, Croydon Commissioner, stated that it was a success. And I strategically wanted to show my support for the I think it's section 60 or something, because it is a deterrent, and I think it would and does work. So, as a few angry attendees seem to calibrate and I suppose informally agree that it does work. In the news today, I would suggest that the stop and search of black children isn't an illegal process, and I think the nature of my analysis about this, and the reason for me wanting to document, is because the people who were stabbed, or who stabbed, I think in London in the past few years, involved mainly black children, I think. Therefore, if the ratio for suspects and victims involve a specific IC group, such as black children, then effectively more black children would be searched, as statistically that's where the knife crimes are happening, or the weapons are happening. So logically, I would ask for our representatives, community leaders, which is all IC groups, to perhaps hear my thought and to constructively concur, or I suppose change one's approach. Secondly, I thought that existing weapons, that's offensive weapons, which I think are illegal, but I'm not sure, because they do exist and they are manufactured. So, you know, offensive weapons, I think, should be tagged, whether it's barcoded or numbered, which should have the credentials on database, where they would have the name of the owner for the weapon or knife or whatever. This is guns as well, knives, guns, whatever, offensive weapons. So that a chip is inputted with the owner's credentials, so that it would account for a responsible ownership of these weapons, as they are legally made, as far as I know. They're manufactured legally, they're available legally, and I would imagine that the manufacturers of guns and knives and offensive weapons would have intentions for these weapons to be used responsibly for the reasons that they're created. So effectively, I would think that perhaps government should consider talking to discuss a way of tagging weapons where the weapon can be identified to the owner or owners, and also identified to scanning systems which are in transport, such as the barrier in underground and train stations, in retail and other organisation which operates a security system. So effectively, a different noise, much like a child's pass, but for the weapon, will sound when an offensive weapon is used. Is in the possession of someone, and can be identified when they enter transport or retail or other security barcoded scanned entrances and exits, so that one can be identified. And perhaps the stop and search could involve having a handheld scanner. So instead of having a strip search, the scanner is run over them, and for offensive weapons, and effectively detected. Of course, if there's reason to believe that the weapon is concealed, for example, it could be a weapon that has been kept from being tagged, if the system was successful, then effectively an old weapon wouldn't be tagged, therefore there would be a reason to strip and search. So apart from the deterring of prevention for offensive weapons, of course the tagging system could be successful if perhaps introduced properly. So there you have it. Wishing you all well. Goodbye.